Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. I just got done taking the trash out. It was trash day. And today is a pretty cloudy, it's just a messy day. All the way across. So, but that's alright because I have a lecture tonight. I forgot that the shop has a lecture. Tonight's will be Barron Stringfellow. Very good. I've met him in the shop before. And I'm excited to see him work and see his and see what he actually does, because I haven't actually seen it before. So I'll keep you guys up to date. I'll try and get some footage, and I will definitely get an interview with him after the show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope it's a wonderful, eventful day. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Barron Stringfellow, wonderful lecturer. And I'm going to ask him a couple questions, if that's all right with you.
Absolutely, Tay.
Perfect. Now, I used to be a real tedious person, and I'm just wondering what you can do to overcome the fear of performing and talking in front of large groups of people sometimes.
And I think we all have that fear. I think magic, we gravitate to magic because we're some of us terrified. And you heard me say, absolutely beyond words, in a corner were the wallflowers, I was so terrified that I was the kid that sat in the corner with my sponge balls or deck of cards, and I wanted someone to say, like, what you doing?
Yeah, like, what? Show me
magic!
Something. Right.
And you just learn to rechannel it. That's part of why we get into magic, is to have something bigger, to have something that masks us, and then we learn to use it. I've just rechanneled it, and now my wife says I'm an elf on crack because I'm like this all the time. I've just rechanneled it so much I can go out on the middle of the street, grab somebody, like we did the other night with you. Yeah. Wonderful stuff, by the way. We enjoyed that.
Oh, thank
middle
you.
Of the street. You were right in the
dead center.
There's no better place to be.
Yeah,
and there you were facing that. You weren't tedious at all. You weren't shaking it. You were doing your thing.
And the guy even messed up, dropped all the cards on me.
But you handled it great.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm going to ask you a couple more questions.
Okay.
Who or what was your biggest influence in magic?
So my absolute biggest influence in magic had to have been a guy nobody's ever heard of, Gene Marvin. And he was kind of like my placebo dad. He did mind reading.
Yeah.
And he was my biggest influence. And the one thing that he always said is, string, don't be like the other magicians.
Like, do your own thing.
Do your own thing.
Yeah.
And, growing up in Vegas, we grew up in those days around some amazing people. Jimmy Grippo was here, Mike Skinner was here, Paul Harris was here. Siegfried Roy. I mean, we had this whole choice. But Gene, I kind of latched on to Gene. Secondarily, Gary Darwin.
Gary Darwin.
Was, what to be. And I love you, Gary, but sometimes what not to be. But Gene Marvin, and then the other things were outside of magic, had nothing to do with magic. Science got me into magic. Creativity, arts got me into magic. It all just seemed magic was going to be the vehicle. And then Zig Ziglar and Tony Robbins really pushed that magic message home. And they have nothing to do with magic.
Right.
But they developed this.
Yes, I'm gonna have to research that myself too. Zig Ziglar and
Tony Robbins and Og Mandino, and if you email me, I'll send you a list, and you can share it with your viewers.
Okay, perfect. Yes, I'm gonna do two more questions, quick questions. What do you enjoy most about doing magic? Like, what is the drive for you that you feed off that fire? You know,
when we niche, we're always helping someone.
Yeah,
and to use the magic, one of my heroes has always been Mandrake and Bill Bixby. Help people with the magic, and that's what we do. Whether it's through motivating them or showing them how to catch a cheater, we're helping. That using magic for a tool.
I see. Yeah, it's just teaching. It really is just teaching. Yeah, very natural too. And what are your goals in magic or in general at this point?
Well, we have 28 grandkids. See them more often, but and perfect for tonight because we talked about niching, and so my goal is to find that I'm older. I'm 57 now, which is not ancient by any stretch.
No.
But I want to find that next niche that we move into that's a little slower, a little easier on my body.
A little calm.
A little calmer.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it will be. I will tell you this, Taylor, it will involve magic.
Right.
But right now, I don't know what it will be from there, but definitely finding the next niche that is a little slower. And learning how to handle our darn money, because you heard me talk about that.
Yeah, handling money.
It scares me that magicians don't have money management, and we don't.
Right.
So we got to find somebody that does.
And it's hard to, well, and when you're doing your own taxes and stuff along those lines, it's a lot harder throughout the year to plan for that, because it comes up all at once.
That's exactly right, and it's not just taxes. It's, you have enough to pay your taxes, you have your vehicle, you have all your expenses, and your wants, not your needs, but your wants, and I'm horrible at that. And then you make good money, but we have so many of us that don't have a plan.
Yeah, that's
retirement.
true.
I don't want to sell. I don't want the kids to sell my magic or feel they have to sell my magic. I want something that will take care of them, and they can keep the magic, and they'll go, oh, look, there was a magician that died and had money.
Right. I see, yeah. See, because that's the thing, and that was what most of your thing is about, is people think you can't make money doing magic.
And you can, and that's just it, doing magic. Not being the magician.
Yeah, not being.
Using our magic. Yeah. The possibilities are endless.
And
Taylor,
to market something else, and it's a different way of marketing, engineering, and everything. So I guess my last question to you is, where can my friends find your products?
Facebook.
Facebook? Perfect.
That's it, yeah. Look us up on Facebook. We've got a couple accounts. Shh, don't tell anyone. Barron A. Stringfellow on Facebook is the magic profile. Love to see him there.
All right, sounds great. Have a wonderful night. It's a pleasure meeting you, Barron.
Awesome meeting you, Taylor.
It's a pleasure
Good
talking
meeting
with
you guys, too. You can make money doing magic. It can be done.
Or anything else you want, for that matter.
Anything you want. You know who limits us the most?
Who?
We do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful evening, guys. So that was a wonderful day. And I feel like the lecture and the interview with Barron went more than great. Such a pleasure meeting him, and he's a real, what I like to call, thinker. He thinks about things. He thinks about the future, taxes, money, what are you going to do with it, buying things. He's really thinking about ahead of time, which is one thing that a lot of people don't do. And really, it's all about thinking ahead of time, marketing something new, and you can do anything. Anything is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Alternative Facts. Have a wonderful night. Share the video, like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I'm going to get that information from Barron, and I will have it up in the next video, not this one, but I will have it up in the next one. I'll make sure to remind you. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for the support. Bye.